Assalamualaikum, my dear listeners. How are you all? Hope you all are doing great. Today I have come up to tell you about two-nation ideology. History proved Jinnah's words. Actually, Pakistan came into being when the very first Hindu converted into Muslim. It happened when there was no rule of Muslims. The foundation of Muslims is Kalima-e-Tawheed rather than state or race. When a Hindu converted his religion, he became a member of separate nation. A new nation came into being. The journey of Pakistan begins with the two-nation ideology, which was the consequence of Hindi-Urdu conflict between Hindus and Muslims. Due to this conflict, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan realized that Hindus and Muslims are different nations, and their culture, traditions, civilization, and even their religion is different from each other. And he presented the two-nation ideology in the mid-19th century. In 1867, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan said, Hindi-Urdu conflict is the starting of the space of separation between Hindus and Muslims, which will gradually increase, and a day will come when both the nations will separate from each other after division. By time, different Muslim leaders sported two-nation ideology in their own words. And on 28th March 1909, Allama Iqbal rejected Secular Party Municipal Lodge Act that brought about a limited increase in the involvement of Indians in the governance of British India, and supported two-nation ideology as. I have been a keen supporter of this theory, that religious differences in this country should end, and even now I practice this principle. But now I have started to believe that separate national identity for the Muslims and the Hindus is necessary for their survival. In the beginning, he was also the supporter of Hindu-Muslim unity, but soon he came to realize the fact of two-nation ideology. And in 1930, at Khutbah-e-Allahabad, Allama Iqbal became the first leader who demanded a separate homeland for the Muslims of the subcontinent in the light of two-nation ideology. He said, I am fully convinced that the Muslims of India will ultimately have to establish a separate homeland, as they could not live with the Hindus in the United States. He further said that India is a continent of human groups belonging to different races, speaking different languages, and professing different religions. Their behavior is not at all determined by a common race consciousness. I, therefore, demand the formation of a consolidated Muslim state in the best interest of India and Islam. Just as like Allama Iqbal, Quaid Azam in the beginning was also a supporter of Hindu-Muslim unity. But his mind changed and became the supporter of two-nation ideology after Nehru Report, which was launched in 1928. Nehru Report was a memorandum which appealed for a new dominion status for the Constitution of India. Quaid Azam replied to the Nehru Report in the form of 14 points, which were launched on 28 March 1929. And And the main points among those 14 points made it clear to the Hindus and British government that Muslims wanted their own identity without any influence by Hindus. In 1936, the elections were held in British India, and the results of these elections were declared in February 1937. In these elections, Indian National Congress won 707 seats and All India Muslim League won only 109 seats. In short, All India Muslim League failed to form governance in any province. On 23rd March 1940, a resolution was passed according to which Hindus and Muslims can neither be intertwined nor intermarried. Quaid Azam said, "India is not a nation nor a country. It is a subcontinent of nationalities. Hindus and Muslims belong to two different religions, philosophies, social customs, and literature. They neither intermarry nor intertwine, and they belong to two different civilizations, which are based mainly on conflicting ideas and conceptions. Their aspects on life are different. It is quite clear that Hindus and Muslims derive their inspiration from different sources of history." This was the first official declaration to establish a separate homeland for the Muslims living in South Asia. 7 years before the formation of Pakistan, on 23rd March 1940, the Muslim League passed the Pakistan Resolution demanding the creation of Pakistan under the minaret of Pakistan built in Iqbal Park, Lahore. Minar-E-Pakistan, which is also known as the largest tower of Pakistan. This tower was built throughout the 1960s. Minar-E-Pakistan is considered as the national building of Pakistan. Many of the tourists from the whole world prefer to visit this historical monument. Later on, the elections were held in 1945, which Muslim League won with distinction. After these elections, it was clear to the Congress that Muslim League was the only authoritative representative of the Muslims in India. But it neither accepted it openly nor challenged its position. This history reminds us great struggle by our forefathers to get freedom, and the British had to surrender in front of the motives of Muslim League. And the consequence of two-nation ideology was Pakistan, which was visible on the map of the world on 14th of August 1947. Now, it's our responsibility to value those sacrifices to take our country to the heights of progress. The essence of our resilience lies in unity. If we remain steadfast as one nation, the new decade is ought to bring in an even brighter future for us. At that time, we remained unite, and the fruit is Pakistan. And again, now we have to stand unite to stand Pakistan. For more good content, don't forget to like and subscribe this channel. And I'll, as always, catch you guys in the next video. Pakistan Zindabad.